Hi everybody. Today I am continuing my series of songs from albums I've produced. This is episode number 15. Welcome. In the mid-90s, we're in the 90s now, in the mid-90s I quit my high-paying job at CBC Radio to produce folk music full-time. Anyway, it turned out okay. In '96 I formed a partnership with my buddy Bill Garrett. We formed a production company called Garrett Mills and Stubbs Productions. And later on that same year, we formed a partnership with Grit Laskin and Ken Whiteley to form a folk music record label called Borealis Records. Well, that label is still going strong today under the guidance of Bill Garrett and Grit Laskin. But it was great to be in on the beginnings of that, for sure. Well, Bill and I produced a few records together. A couple of days ago, I did a song from a Sharon Lois and Bram album that we co-produced. But we took a trip out to Nova Scotia to check out some acts out there. And I think it was through Max McDonald that we hooked up with J.P. Cormier. And we saw J.P. in concert and decided that he needed to be on the Borealis label. So one night, Max McDonald and I went out to J.P.'s house and we talked about him joining the label, and we reached a deal and he joined Borealis. Now Bill Garrett and I co-produced the first album that JP did for the Borealis Records. It was the album was called Another Morning, and it's one of my favorite albums that I was ever involved with. It's just a fabulous record. We recorded most of the tracks at Fred Lavery's studio in Cape Breton, Lake Wind Sound. And we ended up finishing the album here in London, Ontario at a studio where we did some overdubs and so on in the mixing. Anyway, the album came out and it was a big hit and still is very popular today. I'm going to do a song from that album. It's a fabulous song. I just love JP's songwriting. This is an example of his craft at its best. This is a song called The Molly May, and it goes like this. Here we go. Just a lad I was of 13 years when my father passed away, and I had to take a job as deckhand on the Molly May. The time I spent one summer past turned into 50 years. The sound she made as she broke the waves still rings within my ears. She was passed to me when I was 23. Captain Mills went around the bend. He saw a forerunner on the dock one night, and he never sailed again. Well, superstition be damned, I sailed her proud, fair maiden of the sea. Well, there was never another like her, and no one for her but me. I saw the time with me in my prime, no man would be my equal. Through the eye of a needle I'd sail her any day. And when I grew older I couldn't hold her, my courage slipped away. So they put a young boy from Canso at the wheel of the Molly May. The tales ran high of the catches that we brought in. There were times I thought I'd sink her, but her spirit would not give in. Words are spoken and souls are broken, and the bottles shattered mine. I could see that she'd outlive me, I'd not win the war of time. I saw the days in mid-devil waves, no man would be my equal. Through the eye of the needle I'd sail her any day. And when I grew older I couldn't hold her, my courage slipped away. So they put a young boy from Canso at the wheel of the Molly May. I was there to see her sail away in the cold December haze. But the cat's old boy had never seen the likes of the southeast wind and waves. At the harbor mouth he drifted south, right into Lighthouse Rock. And he smashed her keel and he laid her low, while I watched there from the dock. I saw the time with me in my prime, no man would be my equal. Through the eye of a needle I'd sail her any day. But when I grew older I couldn't hold her, my courage slipped away. So they put a young boy from Canso at the wheel of the Molly May. And there'll never be another, the likes of the Molly May. And I wish that I'd gone down, boys, at the wheel of the Molly May. The Molly May by J.P. Cormier. Thanks, buddy. See you next time.